I fear being 20. Victory's Concepts here, or Victory Communicates, and I'm here to talk about turning 20. Oh, God. Well, a lot of people think turning 20 is a miracle because they have a lot of independence. But the only way you're going to have a bunch of independence is if you got a lot of money or if you got a very advanced mind. That's the only way you're going to be able to get through being 20. And, being accepted by society is definitely something that you have to check off your checklist, of course. I haven't even reached my 20s yet. And I'm already just thinking about be mature, feel no emotions, work hard, get a job. Job will make you happy, because I don't care about anything else in this world really anymore. I've just gotten exhausted of trying to chase things. I just create whatever I want on the internet and just hope it sticks, hope it gets attention, but that's about it. But just like turning 20 and all that, something about it just terrifies me. It just feels like the world is going to get heavier. It just feels like I'm just going to play on hard mode more. It feels like nobody's going to take me seriously. It just feels like, I'm just going to get my whole, world just flipped upside down after that. Because it already feels like, after turning 18 and stuff, that's just kind of been the case. Or just being 16 or 17, it was still terrible. But it wasn't bad as now. Because those were times where I actually chased, music in all its various forms. And those are the times where, I actually started posting. And posted often and often and often and often. But I don't understand what 20 is going to be like for me. I just want my brain to just magically just turn off and stop giving a fuck. And just focus on just making that money. Stop having mental breakdowns. Stop having mental spikes. Stop going through this. Stop going through that. Because the thing is all the shit that I'm going through is literally just in my head. And as a 20-year-old, or who's about to be, or whatever, I just kind of, I don't want that. I don't want to be sentient, hyper aware of this. This is not me. This is not what I want. If I do age, which I will, obviously, I cannot have control over that. I want to at least have some change of how I think. And I'm not saying just completely remove my personality. No, I'm just saying, I don't want to be having mental health problems anymore. I don't want to be mentally spiking. While most people might fear a job, I feel like that's the only thing that'll actually keep me happy. It's just working a job. That's it. I feel like that's the only thing that'll keep me from, mentally falling. Mentally, combusting, exploding. It's just having a job, having that money, and not having to always prioritize creation, because when I was younger, I was just creating all the time. And now that you're kind of just getting, burnt out a lot more and just, you're not really even feeling it, you could just prioritize, the money that you earn, instead of always having to wait for money from something that you created. That kind of thing. And also 20 is just a scary age, because a lot of people just wait for you to turn 20. It's like, oh, you're going to be turning 20 next year. You're going to be turning 20 next month. Like, yeah, that's true. And it's scary for me, because I feel like nobody's going to be taking me seriously. When my birthday arrives, I'm not going to be telling you anything about it. I'm not going to be announcing it. I'm not going to be telling anyone about it. They're just going to be saying, happy birthday, and then I'm going to say thanks, and then I'm just going to go about my day. I'm not getting anything, and then, next day, I'm just going to be treated like absolute shit, or I'm just going to be figuring out how to stay out the way, or I'm just going to immediately, just start working. Like once my birthday happens, people are going to be like, happy birthday, I hope you enjoy yourself. I hope you enjoy your 20s, and then my 20s are just fucked. Alright. Because you know how New Year's was, right? Because everyone was just saying, Happy New Year, this is going to be great for me, it's a good resolution thing. And then, people failed their resolutions. I knew how bad it was from the jump. So when I turn 20, you already know how bad it is going to be from the jump. I got to figure out how to balance this life somehow. But I just hope that I just stop becoming so sentient when I'm 20 or whatever. Because that is just going to be the worst thing to have to deal with. I hope you enjoyed this rant. It was 6 minutes.
Ai, a carinha dele, mano. A carinha dele.